Hey everyone, I'm Fabiana Salzillo, the Product Manager Europe at Entire Travel Group, and today we are excited to have with us Andrew Cavallaro, the Australian marketing representative for Spain Tourist Board, and he was speaking about the beautiful Spain. Andrew, would you like to give us a little intro? What are you going to talk about today?
Spain is such a fabulous country. I've been lucky to have been there many times, traveling all around the country. It's really trending and popular at the moment with Australians who have seen other parts of Europe and they're now looking for something a little bit different, but still offering incredible culture and food and different landscapes as well. So we're excited to talk you through Spain.
Beautiful. So before we get started into the topic of Spain, I'll just give you the topics of this presentation today. So I will give you a quick intro on the key features, the destination of our escorted tours in Europe, which are the entire group journeys. And then Andrew will dive deep into the Spain destination, cities, and of course he will navigate through the northern Spain journeys, Andalusia, and southern Spain and Barcelona journeys. And also stay with us because at the end there will be a family incentive for the travel agent. So let's start. All right, so let's dive into our group journeys adventures. As I was anticipated, those are our signature escorted throughout Europe, and in particular today we will be focusing on Spain as destination. Our escorted tours are designed to offer the utmost convenience, the exceptional value, and unforgettable moments that will last forever. They also include our industry-leading peace of mind booking plan. With the peace of mind booking plan, when the client are booking us our journeys, they will also get advantage of our cooling off period of 7 days, the entire change of mind up to the final payment. That we are reselling in IUD, so they are not going to face the currency fluctuation, but we will protect them in the event of any fluctuation. And we are an Australian family business, award-winning business as well, with several accreditation. Also, we have our Europe team who looks after the entire group journeys. They can share their wealth of expertise with everyone who needs any extra arrangement pre or post our journeys in Spain as well. Why we are so passionate about the journeys is because we have found that they are not only exploring hidden gems, but they also go and do a special visit to unique events and places. Our tagline is "When experience matters," so for us it's so important to make sure that our experience are not only exceptional when it comes to cultural heritage, stunning landscape, but also that they offer taste of the local tradition in each country we go. Why choose our Spain entire group journeys? I will talk you through our main key feature before passing on to Andrew to talk specifically about Spain as destination. So those are a program with guaranteed departures and the most competitive pricing also when you look at our competitors in Australia. We offer incredible value for the inclusion of each journeys. We have 4 to 5 star hand-picked hotels. Those itineraries are always including accommodation situated in a central location that provides your client with the comfort and accessibility to the most captivating site every day. Also, very important to highlight, we are offering a maximum 24 guest experience, so it's a small group size which will foster personalized experience, and you won't be finding it when you have a 40 or 50 people group. Another value where we can really say that we are super happy to bring it to you are our English speaking only guide and tour director, which will make the client experience more smoother and more relaxed. Our slow pace itinerary allow them to sour each destination with 2 or 3 nights stay in each location, ensuring a deeper connection with every place they visit. And finally, our focus on authentic experience invites them to step off the beaten path and create profound connection with every places. So we have included activities like Gypsy Flamenco experience in Granada or a welcome tapas dinner in Madrid, olive oil tasting in Ubeda. So we always strive to achieve for the best experience in each location. On my last slide, I want to talk you to the destination we do explore with our entire group journeys. We go from France to Italy to Greece to over to Turkey, the Middle East, Jordan and Egypt, Morocco, and of course the focus of today is our Spain programs. And we will have a look on our Northern Spain journey, Andalusia journey, and Southern Spain and the Barcelona journey. So those connecting journeys that you will see on slide are part of a program that we are proposing to our customer to achieve the best result while traveling overseas, minimize interruption, and make sure the connection is as smooth as we could be. So just to give you an example, when it comes from Spain to Morocco, we have looked after the connection of the flight, or when it comes to Spain to Italy, we have looked after the flight connection. So everything is well looked after and taken care of for your client. Let's now dive into the specific region of Spain with Andrew, the Australian representative for Spain Tourism.
So Spain is a really diverse country and there's lots to see and do across lots of varying landscapes. You've got the beautiful coastline, and there's two parts of the coastline actually. You've got the Mediterranean coast, you've also got the Balearic Islands, which are in the Mediterranean Sea. But on the other side of the country, you've also got the Atlantic coastline along the north of Spain, and then down Canary Islands, which are further south off the coast of Africa. There's a whole other group of islands there in the Atlantic coast as well. So Spain's coastline is beautiful beaches, great for hiking and cycling and surfing and water sports, and the weather is just incredible year round, particularly even in the winter months down on the southern coastline. It remains warm and sunny. Of course, Spain is known for its amazing cities, its vibrant cities, Madrid and Barcelona. Everyone would have heard of those. But there's a whole host of different cities that you can visit as well, all brimming with their own unique culture, their own festivals, and their own take on food as well. Spain is a really big foodie city, big foodie country, and everything from pinchos through to tapas, through to paella. There's different cuisines that you can experience all throughout the country in different cities and towns. And then inland, Spain is actually the second most mountainous country in Europe after Switzerland. A lot of people don't know that. There's active volcanoes, there's snow-capped peaks that you can ski down, there's incredible forests and canyons that you can walk through. It's great for hiking and mountain biking as well. So I guess you want to know how to get to Spain. There's lots of different options for Australians. You can travel from most Australian capital cities on a one-stop service through to Barcelona and Madrid with most of the major Middle Eastern and Asian carriers. Of course, you can also connect from other cities in Europe. So if you're on the Qantas service, for example, through to Paris, Rome, or London, you can easily connect down to Spain's cities as well. Malaga actually has an international airport down in the south, and there are seasonal flights with Qatar and Etihad, so that's a one-stop service that can get you straight down into the south of Spain as well. And another option, which obviously has only just emerged, is the Turkish Airlines route from Melbourne by Singapore and Istanbul, and Turkish Airlines from Istanbul actually fly to a lot of different cities throughout Spain as well. It's also great as an open draw itinerary. So if you're mixing Spain with Portugal or with France, you can fly into, for example, Barcelona and Madrid and fly out of Paris or Lisbon. So lots of different options, easy to get to. So the first of the escorted tours that we're going to talk through is Northern Spain Journeys. And this is a 10-day tour that takes you through the northwest of the country. It's really great if you're into food and wine. It really showcases some of the best food and wine across Spain and what Spain has to offer. You obviously start in Madrid, bustling capital city. Madrid, if you haven't been, is an absolutely beautiful city, beautiful grand buildings and squares. So there's lots to see and do there. It's a really good starting point to kick off your Spanish itinerary. So on this tour, we actually then head north, pass through La Rioja, which is the very famous wine region. So really getting into the vineyards there and sampling some beautiful Spanish wine. before heading up to Bilbao. And Bilbao is famous for its pinchos, but also it's famous for the titanium-clad Guggenheim Museum, which is this really futuristic-looking museum there, which you can actually see on the image on this slide. So from Bilbao, you'll then head across to San Sebastian, which I think arguably is the food capital of Spain. It's also super, super popular with Australians at the moment. I think Australians are some of the most visited international visitors to that part of Spain, and it gives you a really, really beautiful insight into only that north coast part of Spain, but just the incredible food scene there with all the Michelin-starred restaurants. From there, you then head across to Santillana del Mar, where you really get to dip your toes in the water in the Atlantic coastline there and see the beautiful coastline and beaches there. And then you'll head across to Covadonga, which is famous for its grotto. From there, you'll move across to Oviedo, which has a World Heritage listed cathedral, and then across to Mondonedo, which is famous for its cake. And why not go to a cake named after its town and famous from that town? You'll then move across to Lugo, which has these incredible Roman ruins. And from there, you'll head across to Santiago de Compostela, which is famous for being the end of the Camino de Santiago, which is a historic holy pilgrimage tour. The whole town is a really sacred religious site. So whether you're religious or not, it is still an incredible place to visit and to feel the spirituality that is there. You'll then head down to Salamanca, which is in the center of Spain. It's a World Heritage listed university city. There's a real energy and vibrancy there, but also some incredible ancient buildings in that town. And then you'll head across to Avila, which is this incredible historic walled city. It's got really imposing fortifications that surround that city, and it looks like something out of an ancient movie. It just is incredible. And then you'll head back to Madrid from there, where you can obviously extend your trip as well. An entire travel group can certainly help with any pre and post touring. Some of my favorite add-on options for pre and post touring in Madrid: Segovia, which has these incredible Roman aqueducts which go right through the center of the city. And there's also Cuenca, which is famous for its hanging houses right on these incredible cliffs that overlook this valley. So lots of different options there, but this itinerary really is perfect for food and wine lovers and to get off the beaten path a little bit more and explore that northern coastline. So the next tour that we want to talk through is Andalusia journeys, and this southern part of Spain is just incredible for its color and its culture and its history as well. It's a really, really beautiful part of Spain, and this is a really great way to sample that part of Spain. So again, we start in Madrid. Obviously, there's pre and post touring options there as well. And then you'll head south to Merida, which has this ancient Roman theatre, which is just incredible to see. You'll then move down into Seville, which is the Spanish city of light. It's home to flamenco and tapas. It's got beautiful buildings. It's probably one of my favorite cities in Spain. It's just absolutely spectacular. And from there, you'll move across to Cordoba. It is famous for its mosque and its Arabian-style streets, and that whole southern part of Spain was very much influenced by the Moors and that ancient culture as well. So you see a completely different style of architecture and culture in that part of Spain. You'll then move across to Granada, and Granada is really famous for two things, really. There's the gypsy culture and all the flamenco that you can experience, both kind of the gypsy culture up in the caves, but also the vibrancy of the flamenco dances of the evenings. But there's also the iconic Alhambra Palace, which is just spectacular. Whether you're seeing it day or night, it's incredible. Then from there, you'll head north up to Toledo, which is a World Heritage listed city, but it's famous for its three different cultures. So you've got the Jewish quarter, the Moorish quarter, and the Christian quarter, each offering completely different style, and you get to really sort of sample those three different cultures within the one city. And then you then finish off in Madrid. Again, lots of opportunities to extend your stay there. And then finally, Southern Spain and Barcelona journeys. This escorted tour, I think, is a really great trip for first-time visitors to Spain. It really gives you a best of, those two famous cities, Madrid and Barcelona, but also experiencing the south and the history and the culture of that part of Spain as well. So similar to the last tour, which I just talked through, start in Madrid, you make your way south through Merida and that Roman theatre, down to Seville, the beautiful city, across to Cordoba and Granada. But where this this tour then differs is you then head up to Ubeda, which is the center of Spanish olive oil. And so you can imagine yourself going through the olive groves and tasting beautiful Spanish olive oil. You'll then head across east to Valencia, and Valencia is actually Spain's third largest city, but it's got this real juxtaposition of ancient historic buildings with these incredible modern architecture and modern buildings there. It's the home of paella, and for anyone who's heard of La Tomatina Festival, it's the nearest big city to where that takes place up in the mountains. So it's a great kind of alternative to Madrid and Barcelona. But then finally on this tour, you'll make your way to Barcelona, which I'm sure everyone's familiar with. Gaudi's city, the Catalan capital, some incredible architecture there right on the Mediterranean coastline. It's a beautiful city as well. For those that may have been to Barcelona before or that want to get out of the city, probably two of my favorite post-touring options would be to go up to Montserrat, which is in the mountains behind Barcelona. It's a 1,000-year-old monastery up in these imposing mountains overlooking the whole of Barcelona. It's just spectacular. And then you've also got Girona, which is just further north of Barcelona. It's got its famous medieval quarter, filmed a lot of Game of Thrones, but you can also use it as a stopping off point to explore the Costa Brava. So all of these extensions can easily be organized by entire travel group. This itinerary as a whole is a really great way to summarize that southern part of Spain and perfect for first timers. So hopefully you've learned a little bit more about the escorted tour options and some of the pre and post touring options as well. And hopefully we've also inspired you with wanting to travel to Spain. I just wanted to quickly mention that for anyone that does want to learn a little bit more about the destination, we do have an online training program. It's called Spain Specialist Program, and you can visit that at spainspecialistprogram.com. All you need to do is register, and then you can work through the training modules in your own time. But I'm going to hand you back to Fabiano, who has an incredible incentive to communicate.
So yes, as promised before you go, we are excited to announce you that our top performing travel agent and the one that make the most booking for our journeys throughout Europe, they will get the excellent chance to join the 10-day trip, departing from Madrid and ending in Barcelona on the 19th of October. The booking needs to be made by the 30th of June 2024, and then we will let you know who is the winner. But if you need to contact us for any further information, please email us at groups@entiretravel.com.au or just give us a call at 0290943322. And thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you, Andrew, for the great presentation on Spain.
Great. Thank you, everyone.